That's a little bit too much skin there, Lust. No thank you. We'll just turn you around. I don't want to look at that. Alright, everybody. After a gear cleanse, I'm going to start this, and then we're going to talk about Lust real quick. Haven't had any good seeds with this, but whatever. I kind of stopped caring. Yeah, okay, whatever. So, if y'all watched my Lust pulls video, you saw that I pulled Lust and Arrogance. So we're going to talk about those today. Also pulled a boatload of other legendaries. So if you want to go watch that, hopefully I'll have it at the end of this video somewhere in one of these areas. Who knows if I can figure that out. But let's talk about Lust. And we're going to talk about what you can do. Also, yeah, thanks YouTube and Moonton, because my intro screen or my thumbnail for the Lust Summons video got taken down because of nudity. So apparently that's a little bit too much skin there, Lust. No thank you. We'll just turn you around. I don't want to look at that. At least this is covered up some. Anyways, so moving on to our skills. Pretty sure most of y'all know this, so y'all can just skip through this video if that's if y'all want to get to like a damage test. For every 2 ultimates activated by faction allies, she'll trigger Sinful Lash, which is basically an extra 400 damage to an enemy in range. So it's like an ultimate for most people. So anytime Arrogance, or including herself, triggers an ultimate, she's going to do this Sinful Lash. So moving on to her ultimate. During the ultimate, she deals 40% more damage, and each basic attack lands 4 lashes in a row, lasting for 20 seconds. So basically this is doing 2 times, so I think that's 8 hits. Yeah, 8 hits, maybe? Or maybe it's just 4. It goes from 2 to 4, like doubles. Anyways, bonded skill, if you get Arrogance, the Cinder Stalker Zookill. I've never seen that as his full name. That's kind of weird. Anyways, during the ultimate, it deals 20% extra damage, and all damage dealt to enemies inflicts burning. So this is massive. Basically deals more damage and inflicts burning on everything. So pretty crazy. We already kind of looked at this, but it's a 15% chance to attack allies instead. If you hit an ally, it deals 5% of their total hit points or their current HP. So you never actually kill them with this. Moving on to the next passive. Each time Sinful Lash, remember the 400 attack damage, little random attack, is triggered, increases attack speed by 40, stacking up to 3 times. So that's permanent. So it goes up to 120, which is pretty huge, 120 attack speed. So you don't have to build her with super speed. I haven't looked at this in a while, so like I'm remembering things I should know when I built her out. Next passive, gains 30% damage increase upon dealing damage to allies with basic attacks lasting for 5 seconds. So every time she whips one of your allies, she gets a 30% damage increase. If the target ally belongs to the Nightmare Council, there's a 50% chance to restore 10% rage to the target. So it's pretty legit. That's a big rage boost. Anyways, I did get her Awaken 1, so she does 20% damage reduction when she inflicts a Sinful Lash, which I think they've done a bunch of testing. Isn't that huge. Awaken 2, 300 attack. Awaken 3, Upon reaching full ecstasy stacks, it gains an additional 20% attack speed. So if you had no attack speed on her, she'd be at 220 plus 20% of 220 is 444. Should be at 264, which is not bad, but most people are running around like 300 something attack speed, so 20% pretty big. Awaken 4, 8 pen. Awaken 5. This is the big thing. So instead of 4 hits, you go to 6 hits. And this is apparently where her damage potential just goes straight through the roof. As you can see, I don't have her Awaken 5. And I've got her in pretty decent gear. It's not amazing. So we're going to do some testing on her, and I'm going to show you kind of what her potential's at. So looking at her total attributes, 16k attack. From my understanding, that's kind of like 15, 16k is the sweet point for Guild Boss 1. Guild Boss 2, you want to bump that up, but 60k attack, or 16k attack, 16 and a half. 316 attack speed, so 1.6 attack interval. Now with the Lord bonus and her own bonuses, like, I'm not exactly sure what that'll bring it to. And then crit damage 268, which isn't great. 18 Ragers in. So her stats are not amazing. So this is, you see a lot of people doing damage tests on her and whatnot, and they're in like ridiculous gear with like ridiculous stats doing amazing damage, and you're like, I don't know how to get there. Well, this is more of a realistic, I think, view on how much damage she can do. So I haven't done my Drake's Chasm yet, so we will start that. All right, so I'm going to click on auto fight because I already have everything pretty much set up, and I'm going to manual it because I just don't want to put stuff down, but I'm not going to make y'all watch the whole thing. Just want to put everybody down, let them get their initial ultimates out. All right, I'm going to board auto fight. Then I'm going to do this to the best of my ability, to basically swapping out laurels, you know, making sure the ults are all timed together. The standard stuff that if you want to know about, you can go watch another video. I'm not going to get into the details here. Also, if I want to say my guild takeover video, my guild boss takeover video has a lot of that stuff in there. So if you want to watch that, check that one out. All right, everybody. So 70k blood. I think that's actually my highest I've ever gotten. Yep. All right, so let's look at the damage here. So Lust with decent gear. No Torador, because I don't have Torador. And most of y'all probably don't. He's like my one Lord, aside from Praetus and Ingrid and all that shit, that I just really want. So 76k, or 76k. It's not too bad, not super great. I mean, in comparison, my Iovar Awaken 3 did 111k. Awaken 3, Silas, Bonded Silas, 150, and Awaken 5 with his artifact Hex, 236. I've been very fortunate with Hex. Got his artifact and he's Awakened 5. So 76k, really not that bad. I mean, that's pretty good. And like, I'm running her with Ares instead of what's his name? Instead of Arrogance. So not a bad, doesn't do bad damage. She does pretty decent damage, but like, she has the potential to do insane damage in other aspects. Um, I wasn't going to show you the faction trial, but she's really pretty good for faction trial just because of her weird range. She does pretty good in Titanic Ruins. So, like, here's the thing. You can use Lust pretty much anywhere you would use a Nightmare team. And Nightmare teams are pretty legit. You can even use her in Resources Raid. You can use her in Artifact Material Raid. Immortal Codex. I'm trying to think of where I use her in Immortal Codex. Don't actually use her in Immortal Codex. But if you're reading Awaken 5 with like 6 lashes, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of places you could use her. But yeah, so that's pretty much the whole thing with Lust. Also, like this goes without mentioning, like you use her artifact is like the best by far artifact for even at rank 10 or rank 1. You know, and you get it for free during the event. So finish the event, get her artifact, because it's pretty legit. Increases crit damage by 33%. I think the initial is like 30. When triggering Sinful Ash, it will be triggered 2 consecutive times. So it's like an extra 400. So 2 consecutive times. I have to check to see. I'm sure someone has, but to me that's like triggers 2 more times. So boom, 400 damage, 400% damage. Then boom, boom, 2 more. So 400, 800, 1200 extra damage, or an extra 800 from this one artifact. Seems pretty legit to me. But anyways, that's all I got on Lust. So if y'all got any questions, tell me how wrong I am, how crappily I've geared her. I did watch a video that said basically Soulbound Arcana is a little bit better than Infernal Roar. If you got awesome Infernal Roar and like shitty Soulbound Arcana, use Infernal Roar if you're trying to maximize your damage. You know, just go with what works best for you. But Infernal Roar or Soulbound Arcana, those are the kind of the 2 that you want to go on. So let's check this out. Oh wow, I didn't get anything awesome. Cool, whatever. All right, well that's it. See y'all guys next time.